Hey, it's Clay Trader at claytrader.com. In this video, I want to go over a little trick that you can use to identify pumpers. If you're not quite sure what I mean by pumper, pretty much it's just somebody that's always talking positively about a stock, how great it is, how high it's going to go. And despite how high it is, they just keep saying it's going to go higher. They're just very, very, very bullish on a stock. And usually because they have shares that they want to sell. And the higher they can convince people to buy and push up the price, the more money they are going to make. But the question really becomes, how do these people get followers? I mean, if they can cause a stock, if they can get people to follow what they're saying and buy, people have to actually respect them and want to listen to them. But how do they get people to want to listen to them? Well, it's all through illusions. It's all through kind of, smoke and mirrors and trying to misdirect, where people's eyes should really be. So that's what I want to talk about, is how do we, twofold really, how do we figure out if people are pumpers, and then also, kind of the illusion that they create. So at some point in time, a pumper is going to talk about a stock, and it's going to be down here at point A. So point A, they call up a stock, and you know what? It works out well. It works out well. It keeps going and going and going. And then it ends, right around here, and this is up here at point B. And let's just say that this is 100% gain. And then because, it's really just a pump and dump, they're a pumper within a pump and dump, the price is eventually just going to, drift back down into oblivion. And, people are then going to, when this action happens, they're going to say, hey, you're a pumper. Hey, what are you doing? You're a pumper. They're going to say, what are you talking about? My stock went up 100%. True. But is it really true? Well, where do we need to focus? Do we need to focus on where they called it? Or do we need to focus on up here? And the answer is up here. And at this point, you need to ask yourself, and this is the power of the internet, everything's got history, whether it be message boards, social media, you can look back into people's past posts and you can see, well, what were they saying? So the question becomes, what were they saying at this time? Meaning, sure, they called it here, so let's give credit where credit's due. And it was a nice pick. However, up here, were they saying, buy, buy, buy? Oh, this is just the start. Oh, it's still cheap. It's got, oh, this is just the beginning. It's going up much higher. Or were they saying, hey, sell your shares. This, it's up 100%. It's over. No, you never see a pumper telling people to sell their shares. Why? Because they want it to go up as high as possible. So we care about point B. What were they saying at this time? If they're still telling people to buy, then is it really a 100% pick on their part? No, because they're still telling people to buy here. It's not a pick unless they give some sort of closeout spot. So you can really gain, well, what point did they ever say sell? So that's another way to look at it. Here, it's always this pick is awesome, buy. But then the end of the pick should come with a sell. However, pumpers never cover sells. Maybe a while they'll finally admit, yeah, this is terrible. It's probably a sell. I just sold my shares. Yeah, right. They sold their shares up here, but they're just finally admitting and trying to save face. But from here to here, unless this is buy and this is sell, then it is not 100% pick. However, that's how they sucker in new people. They say, ticker symbol XYZ, we alerted it here and it went up to a high of right there. Yeah, it went up to a high of right here, correct. But what were you saying when it was at that high? And I guarantee you they weren't saying sell, sell, sell. They were saying buy, 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 buy more. This is just the start. So keep that in mind. And that's how you can figure out, are these people just baseless pumpers that are running around? And it's a very, very easy way to do it. But again, they're going to have a list of stocks. We had this stock, 100%. Then we had another stock, and that one went up, 250%. And then you had, a huge one that went up 1,000%. And they're going to list all these on, maybe it's a website. If this is a social media person, they're going to toss around, well, remember this stock, it went up 250%. Yeah, maybe it did go up 250% from your buy, but where did it go up when you said sell? Or where was it at when you said sell? Well, they never said sell. So they're just hedging their bet. They're trying to make it look like they made all these great calls, but a call has two parts, right? You got to call the buy and you got to call the sell. But they only do half. They call the buy, and then the question is, up here at the high, Were they calling a sell or were they calling a buy? If it's still a buy, then the pick is still open-ended. You know, the call is still open-ended. They have not ended anything. So that's what you look at. We don't care about 0.8. We don't care about where they alerted it. We care about how high did it go and what were they saying at this time. What were they saying to their followers? What were they maybe emailing out to their list? Pretty sure it's not going to be, hey, sell, 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 because you know that's counterproductive to what they're really trying to do. So look back into the history. You can look at a chart and see, okay, this person claims that they had 100% gain. Yeah, okay, I see that they were talking about it at this point in time and it did go up to 100. But at that point in time, which the chart's going to tell you, so it's going to give you that date, look back at their posting history. What were they saying at that point in time? Were they saying sell or were they saying buy more, buy more, buy more? Were they still pumping and talking about how great the stock was? And if that's the case, then this is just a lie. It wasn't a 100% pick. It wasn't a 100% call. It was nothing. It was a losing call because they're still telling people how great it is despite it moving up, whatever percent they're claiming that their pick, their call went. So look out for that sort of stuff and keep an eye on that. When you see people, don't fall for that trick. Figure out what's going on at point B. What were they saying up at the top? And that's really going to help you identify and expose them as a pumper. Hopefully you found this helpful. If you have any questions or anything, just leave those down in the comments below and I will do my best to get to them. And also, if you enjoyed the video and would like me to make some more of these, click the like button. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you're watching this on claytrader.com, click that share button up above. Little clicks of the mouse like that really do go a long way in helping me know whether or not you find these sorts of videos valuable or not. So little things like that, like I said, are very helpful on my end. Thanks for watching. Get out there and trade without emotion.